So what you could do, and I think this is again me personally, best case scenario to see some take profits in coin. I don't know what this price is by the way, but we're just looking at it for chart purposes. Um, I would take this low here back in June 24 or Jan 24, sorry. I'd click this, I'd go to our peak, which would be here. I've used this peak here rather than these peaks. So that is the peak of November 24. And then I come down to our bear market low, or not bear market low, sorry, but our pullback low of 7th of April 25. And it gives you these targets for coin. So as you can see here, I then mark them out on my screen. I put these little lines across. Then every time we hit one, I will trim a certain percentage in my bags. Now, what I like about this is that depending on where we are in the cycle, like you could have a set description, and as you can kind of see on my chart here, I already have my areas drawn out in green. So because I believe we're still quite early on in the cycle, i.e. we haven't had silly season and we're approaching it now, I would not trim 30, 40, 50% of my bag or of the asset holding at each level. Like with coin, I've been doing 10%. Like we trimmed a couple off down here, got back in. Whenever it was, like over here, got back in down here, increased our holdings. You go back up. I've recently just shaved off 10%. I'm hoping we get a retest of this blue box. Yeah, if anyone watches my market updates, I am looking to get back in this blue box below where I sold, again to increase some coin holdings. If I believe we were at the later stages of the cycle, I would not be going back in. I'd be keeping the cash in the account. But because we were quite early on, I still think there's opportunity to go back in, maximize those gains. And then obviously as we get later on down the line, and depending on where we are price action wise, I might decide on the next one, okay, I'm taking 20%. This is where I'm going to start paying myself. I'm going to give myself 20% of my holdings. There you go. Nice job. Well done. Have a bit of time off, whatever it is. Next one could be 10%, and then so on, all the way up. And I do this for each asset. So again, for Tesla, you can see we had a take profit literally at that peak at like 475 before it come down. So that was perfect when we sold. I think I only did 5% of my holdings, managed to get some cheap shares. I think I went back in at about 317. So I didn't get the low, because I didn't know how low we'd go. But again, I increased my shares amount. And again, each level higher, I'll be looking to trim off. And again, I do this with crypto as well.